Man, there's so many. It's hard, but I'm trying to think of somebody, I've noticed in NASCAR. I would say, and I tweeted about it last week, Matt DiBenedetto. I mean, to see what he does in that 32 car, and even, the rides that he was in before the 32 car, he would, I remember 2015 or 16, the first year with Chad. I mean, he passed me the first, 3 or 4 races every week, and I'm like, that our budget, it might not be as big as, Hendrick or Penske, but it's a lot bigger than what he's got, and he's out racing me. So I would say in NASCAR, Matt DiBenedetto is that guy who doesn't get enough recognition from the media, but also team owners, here. I feel like he deserves an opportunity in some really good equipment because, I mean, he can finish top 20 in that thing. He could easily win in a good car. So, I think he's put in enough time where he deserves an opportunity for sure.
And you guys grew up racing together. Is it true he used to regularly beat you a lot?
Yeah. So Matt and I, he's a year older than I am, and he was always kind of like a year ahead of me. But yeah, we grew up racing at Cycland and Red Bluff in go-karts, and he was the guy. He had like a super pretty go-kart, like baby blue, number 44, like pinstripes. Like it was a slick looking race car, and he was always really fast. And when I started, he won like every week, and so he was like the guy that kind of set the bar, and we wanted to beat him and all that. And I remember finally when I won my first race, I think he finished second to me by like, I don't know, a nose or something, and like that was a big deal for us at the time. So it was fun to follow Matt's career throughout, his whole racing, because he left California. Let's see, he was probably, I don't know, 11 or so years old, 11 or 12, and moved to North Carolina, and that was like a big deal, for us. Like, oh, it's gonna be interesting to see kind of how his career progresses, because we all want to make it to NASCAR when we're young, and he was getting opportunities, ended up signing with Gibbs for a little bit, and he was a guy that kind of gave us a little bit of hope, even though he went a totally different background than what I had ever planned on doing. At least there was some hope, an opportunity for me to maybe make it someday. So it was, but for sure he was the guy to beat when we were young.
Wow, that's really interesting. Okay, so I actually don't know who the next interview is going to be with.